Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Everyone that we're recording.
Okay, we are going to be recording this video so that whoever didn't come online or for whatever kind of reason of connection, we're going to be able to watch this again. So I want to welcome you to the official beginning of the Investment Readiness Program organized by the United Nations SDSN and by Babele. I'm going to be asking you then for later on, we're going to be taking a group picture. So please, if you don't mind, later on, get ready to just put your camera for 5 seconds. Unfortunately, we can't be all in the same place, but let's at least make it sound as personal as possible when we take a screenshot. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and we're going to be going through a very short introduction about what we're going to be doing together for the next 16 weeks. And if we're going to have the time, then it would be wonderful, to leave to each of you 1 second of time to say your name and where you come from.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. That would take too long. Okay, just show me your thumbs up if you're ready to go forward and if everything sounds clear so far. Awesome, guys. Okay, very good. So can you allow me to share the screen?
I need to admit more
From here. But I think
share screen.
so multiple participants can share simultaneously, exactly. Perfect. And I'm gonna be sharing my screen. Very good. So perfect. That's the beginning of the presentation. So the Investment Readiness Program is a program that we co-founded with the UN SDSN 4 years ago. And the main goal was the one of taking the best solution, SDG solution, shortlisted by the UN through the Youth Solution Report, and helping them, besides the reporting, also to work together with international mentors and to get their investment proposition better in order to approach potential impact investors or potential founders. And so the scope of the program is that we're going to be working together for 16 weeks, and we're going to be fostering a whole, I would say, approach of mentorship and peer learning throughout this period in order to get all these different 41 solutions that are joining the program to be as investment ready as possible. Where the investment readiness, hopefully we're going to try to make sure that all the different social enterprises will refine as much as possible their pitch deck, and they will put as much order as possible into their business model, and perhaps also validate assumptions throughout the process. In this case, we're going to be having innovators from 32 countries. We have mentors from 14 countries. We have lecturers that come from 7 different countries. So it's a very international program, and we're doing our best to do, for example, the matchmaking between different entrepreneurs and mentors. The main goal is going to be focusing on the Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations that you all know. During the 16 weeks of program, we're going to be simply going through different webinars on a weekly basis, covering different topics from SDG impact assessment up to financial planning. And there is going to be a period in which we're going to be asking the startups to do lean testing and experiments in order to validate some of their key assumptions. The startups and the social enterprises in the program, they are all at different stage of development. So the kind of test that they will map as relevant for them will depend on the different stage of development in which they're in. So we already thank the mentors for the awesome job they're going to be doing to help understanding what are the key pains that each company is facing, so that the experimentation phase can be as valuable as possible. We have gathered a series of program modules that, as I said, they touch very different relevant topics that may be interesting in order to prepare an investment proposition. And on a weekly basis, we're going to simply be asking the entrepreneurs and the mentors as well to go through the modules, and after that, complete the different assignments that each module provides. And at the very end of the process, after the investment proposition has been created, we're going to be doing a due diligence to shortlist the best investment proposition. We do not have a number in mind. We're just looking for quality, and we're going to be connecting the different social entrepreneurs to impact investors that come from different impact investment funds based in the US. In terms of lecturers, we have been working with different international experts and professionals from the UNDP to private consulting companies to freelancers who have been covering all the different topics that you've seen from the master classes. All of the activity is going to be happening mainly through Zoom calls between the entrepreneurs and the mentors, and we recommend you to find at least half hour per week to connect with the different entrepreneurs and mentors. And at the same time, we're going to be using the platform called Babele. Together with Ruxandra, who is my partner in business, in social business and in life, we have created this platform 6 years ago. With the goal to actually support as many social entrepreneurs as possible through stakeholders engagement. And the way that it works is very easy, actually. It is a digital online incubator in which different stakeholders can help different social entrepreneurs work on their strategy. There are different possibilities for peer learning and collaboration and co-creating solutions for the greater good. I'm not going to tell you too much things, but the main idea is that you're going to have the opportunity to track the different progress of the social entrepreneurs in the platform against the curriculum that we have set for the program. And all the mentors are going to have the opportunity to provide feedback to their mentees, but eventually also to other entrepreneurs that are working in fields that are close to your heart and on topics that may be close to your skills and competencies. The whole goal for the IRP program for us has always been about scaling social change, meaning we know that for a long number of years, the NGO sector has been the one responsible for taking care of ensuring sustainability. But what happened with the first financial crisis, first in 2007, and right now also with the financial crisis that is opening right now, there are plenty of NGOs that found themselves unable to actually face the economic crisis because different corporations didn't have any more money to give to those NGOs. And many NGOs, approximately 100,000, they closed in the 2007-2008 financial crisis, and we're going to see what's going to happen in the following period. So the new paradigm we believe in is the one for social business that Muhammad Yunus has been theorizing, in which it's possible to have some economically viable organizations that are capable to be sustainable from an economic perspective, but also be able to promote environmental quality and social equity. And we believe in the capacity of this organization to really learn the rules of the games and be able to provide an alternative to the usual way of doing business that we've seen in the past century, let's say. There is also to be said one thing, there are many of these young organizations in general, independently of the fact that they are startup or that they are social entrepreneurs, that they end up failing. And most of them, they end up significantly changing their business model or their operation from the initial idea that they had. And social enterprises, they go through the same phase. So we are aware, and we know, working with different social entrepreneurs through the years, that many of the social enterprises end up changing from their initial plan A to another plan that works and that is capable of producing the impact that they were aiming for, and at the same time, the economic sustainability that is necessary for scaling the product or the service in the long term. So our goal with this program is the one of helping these organizations stop doing business in the old way, so imagining that it's enough to have a strategy and to win the market, to actually embrace experimentation and understanding that strategic planning is not enough when you're working in condition of extreme uncertainty. And most of the social enterprises that are trying to solve or tackle a social or environmental issue, they are most of the time tackling, working in a market where there is extreme uncertainty. So the main goal of the program is the one of helping the different social enterprises understand that they are not a micro corporation. We want this organization to organically understand how to achieve, to improve their value proposition so that they are going to be achieving product market fit as quickly and effectively as possible. And we want to make sure that this organization can do that without having the need of plenty of money, without having the need of a dream team or the NASA equipment, but being able to work with the scarce, perhaps, resources that they may have available today. The goal for this program is really to refine the lean game of the different social enterprises and understanding that there are plenty of different assumptions that if they manage to validate them effectively, they're going to be able to simply save weeks or months towards the development of a successful social enterprise. As part of this program, we would want to incentivize all the entrepreneurs to do crowd validation, which means all the different social enterprises will actually have their own social venture profile. And we would love the social entrepreneurs to understand that they can involve their employees, their suppliers, their partners, their customers, their advisors, beneficiaries, and so on in the process, so that they're not actually working on these through this program alone, but they can actually benefit from the feedback of as many key stakeholders to their social business as possible. I'm going to be presenting very briefly also the kind of platform we're going to be working in, and we're going to be sending you this presentation as well as the credential to join the platform and find the different ventures in the program. The main goal with the platform is that you're going to be able to find and to attend all the different webinars, to do the different assignments, and then for the mentors to provide feedback to the work that the social entrepreneurs are doing. The way that the platform works is that we're going to have a portal that every one of you is going to be able to access. In case you're already part of the portal, you know, like you're going to be able to still use the same credentials that you have. Otherwise, you're going to be able to simply create an account. The portal is going to be split in different environments. We're going to have a home page in which you're going to be able to share any kind of public message or information that can be valuable to all different stakeholders in the network. We're going to have a page with all the different ventures and projects that are part of the community, and we tagged with 2021 all the social ventures that are part of this cohort. We have a place for resources where you're going to find different files, documents, the different webinars available. So like it's going to be like a shared database. And then we're going to have a discussion page where you're going to be able to find all the public requests and challenges that the startups are posting, as well as any forum or like a group discussion that we're going to be having after each webinar. And then we're going to have also a list with all the different members that are part of the program, in which you're also going to find some alumni of the program from the past 3 editions. When you're going to, both entrepreneurs and mentors, you know, we try to make it as easy as possible. So we already pre-created all the different social ventures profiles. And so it's going to be possible for the entrepreneurs to simply find their social venture profile and apply to join the team, or for the mentors to simply follow the social ventures so that they're going to be able to receive progress and performance updates regarding everything that is happening. The social ventures will have their own profile page. And the profile page of the social venture is very easily structured. There is a place where you can post any kind of progress updates, and you can see like a live feed of everything that the venture is doing in the home tab. In the business model tab, you're going to have access to all the different assignments that the entrepreneur is completing based on the program framework. There is a database for the entrepreneur. There are places for discussions that can be created by the entrepreneur. And there is the network that any social venture can create to support the whole process of investment readiness and proposition. The social ventures are going to be able to invite team, advisory board members, and the other stakeholders in the process. And when clicking on the business model tab, they're going to have all the different framework available on the right side. They're going to have the different information related to the webinar and the different assignments that they need to complete. And they will be able to complete the assignment following the assignment templates that we have developed. We recommend checking also what other social entrepreneurs have done in the previous version of the program, because it can always be of inspiration. It's going to then be possible to exchange with the different mentors, meaning the mentor or mentors of each social venture will have access to the work done by each social enterprise, and will be able to provide their feedback, ideas, and validation at the bottom of each assignment. So it means that the different modules for the program and the different topics, they are also a mentorship channel where the invited people are going to be able to provide feedback to the entrepreneur in order to keep helping iterate the strategy developed. The social ventures can also use the discussion page to create different discussions, and the discussion can be public for everybody to access if they concern a certain request, or they can be only shared with the mentors in case there is a specific topic that they would love to analyze, or simply have a direct communication with the mentors of the venture. The last part is that any venture is going to have its own database where to upload any kind of document, and you will always be able to customize the privacy if there is something that you're not comfortable to share. Most of the previous entrepreneurs from the previous edition, usually they were not very happy to share the financial information with everybody. And we understand it's not an easy topic, so you can always decide only to share with your mentor the financial information or whatever other information that should be, for which you want to restrict access. And well, that's it for me. And I'd love to get your questions and your comments and anything that you may want to tell us publicly. Feel free to unlock your phone and ask your questions. Thank you. Nobody has questions? Don't tell me it was so clear. Come on, guys. With my Italian accent, it's very possible I missed something. So if you have any question, feel free to let me know.
Hi, this is Nitesh. I have a question. Do we have any platform where we will have direct one-to-one connection with individual mentors, or do we get an individual mentor, separate mentor for us, or will there be one mentor for 2-3 enterprises? What is the structure?
So we're going to be right now, we have all the information of the entrepreneurs and the mentors, and we're trying to make sense on how to best match entrepreneurs and mentors. We're looking at different criteria. We're looking to make sure that we're not getting a person from Australia to be working with someone in New York, otherwise they're going to go crazy with the time zone. We are looking forward at what kind of sustainable development goals could be a good match. It's going to be impossible to have the perfect match for every mentor-mentee relationship. So we're going to come with proposal, and we're also going to leave the possibility for mentors to also look for additional ventures that they may want also to provide feedback to, because they are really close to their heart, and perhaps because they have some additional 15 minutes per week to also provide feedback to more social entrepreneurs. So we are happy to discuss adjustments. We're happy to listen to your feedback, because we know it's not going to be possible to have exactly the perfect matching every time. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Please don't be shy. I know there are 50 people, but I'm pretty sure you can. If you have any question, please ask it.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. I wanted to ask, so you talked about your team members, my team members being part of being able to add them. Yeah, so how does that work? Do they also benefit from the mentor-mentee relationship, or we do that as an enterprise as a whole?
Ideally, you do it as a company, meaning
Okay.
what I would say is that imagine that you have a team of 10 people, and then at some point there is going to be a module about your digital marketing strategy. Do you want everybody in the team to join that mentorship channel? Perhaps you actually want your team member that takes care of that part of the strategy to attend that part. So what I ask you is use as much common sense as possible regarding how to best organize with your team, so that you are getting as much benefit as possible, and you're making sure that the mentor is having a conversation with the person that is responsible for that specific topic in the program.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
I'm sure someone else has a question, so please go ahead.
Ciao.
Hi, this is Abhijit.
I have
Hello.
a question. What about the milestones? What are the milestones that we have to follow, especially as mentors? What is that we need to keep in mind to be able to support the mentees and be able to organize our calendars accordingly?
So the main idea is that, and I think actually it makes sense for me to share very briefly my screen again, so that I can show you a great example of a social venture. Give me a second. I think okay, there you go. Let me know when you guys see my screen. So this is an example from the previous year. So you will see, for example, that Kitovu, it's one of the different social enterprises that took part in the program. And you can see right now, I'm on the business model part. And what you can see is that at every stage of the program, the entrepreneur has developed, in this case, it was different PowerPoint presentation, presenting the SDG framework of the organization. And Liz, who was the mentor assigned to this entrepreneur, has been providing feedback. In their case, what they've, and Emeka, the entrepreneur, they've been replying to the feedback or adjusting the presentation based on the feedback received. What we recommend doing is it's much easier to have a conversation face-to-face, organize a Zoom call or organize an Hangout call or whatever works for you, in order to have a conversation regarding what the entrepreneur has done. And then after the conversation, you can wrap up your coaching note. What we want to do with that is it's much easier to have a diverging conversation over a conf call, and then just even wrap up a few bullet points regarding what was discussed, so that you can start a conversation regarding that topic. And most importantly, you have a written trace of what the mentor suggested. The interesting part of the platform, what it is that if the topic that you've been commenting as a mentor was actually made public and accessible also to other social entrepreneurs, then what the mentor is recommending, it's also available to other social ventures. So what we want to do is, rather than reinventing over and over the same feedback on the same topic, we want to make sure that the feedback that you're posting could also become valuable or usable for other social entrepreneurs. So have a call after the entrepreneur has watched the webinar. Make sure you agree on what the entrepreneur should be doing in order to do a good job, and based on what the entrepreneur is sharing about what the company is doing, and then provide a wrap up of your coaching note in the platform.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi, Manoj. Firstly, thanks for organizing this. Loved your presentation. And I would like to know, so my startup is based out of in the field of manufacturing. We are manufacturing something. So it is all mechanical work and on-ground work. So how will this program help me to sustain that?
So, like, the main idea is that, like, as you know, like, this is an investment program. So, it's definitely up to you to understand whether your development strategy is going to be to talk with an impact investment fund, or is going to be like to go to a foundation. Like, there are, like, this is something that you can decide what does success looks for you in terms of finding potential resources or meeting an investor after the program. So the program itself is not going to be giving you money for sustaining the facility or the production, but we're simply going to be helping you make sure that you can have a conversation with an impact investor. You're going to be able to present what the company is currently doing, and they're going to be able potentially to negotiate what I would say is fair terms for the company to receive funding or to present the work that you're doing so far. So can I ask you one thing, Shara?
Yes, thanks. Yes, yes.
Were you hoping to receive money immediately?
Yeah, sure, why not? Who wouldn't? Of course.
I totally agree. I would like the program as well.
How much are you offering?
Yeah, like, let's see like how you do at the end of the program. But
Definitely.
I would say is that like, we're going to be providing like different connections, and our goal is the one of continuously providing connection also like next year, when perhaps there is going to be another cohort. So the better job you do, the easier it's going to be for us to leverage the work that you're doing, so that we can find interesting potential partners or potential investors that may be interested in investing in what you guys are doing.
Sure. Thank you.
Hey, hi, this is Abhijit.
Hi, Abhijit. How are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Very good.
Great. So I had a couple of questions on the discussion that's happening. One is the mentor-mentee relationship that's being set, is it temporary or it's going to be fixed? Like, if due to some reasons it doesn't work out, do we have an option to switch between who we are paired for, or does it maintain throughout the program?
That's a very good question. The mentor, like in our definition of what a mentor is, the mentor is not a person that has an answer to everything. There is not such a thing. The mentor is a person that is accompanying you throughout the 16 weeks of the program, and simply, helping you to take decisions or solve problems based on their understanding of what you're doing. In case at some point the mentor is going to recognize that he's not the right person to provide feedback on a certain topic, then the mentor can always post publicly, or you can create together a discussion that is going to be available to everybody in the program, stating that you are looking for a specific help or an industry expert. So like, that's the main difference that we have between the mentor, which is, if you know the Divine Comedy, sorry, like Italian reference, but the Virgilio of Dante, like someone that is accompanying you through the whole journey, and then like being able to switch and find the right industry experts depending on the specific challenges that you may have at any point in time during the program.
Okay, thanks a lot. Also, a follow-up to that is, so in case of, because it's an IRP, how does it work in the case of a non-profit setup?
So how does it work in case your organization is a non-profit?
Yes.
Well, like, the process is going to be the same. The point is that even as a non-profit organization, you may come up with a pitch deck to a foundation in order to get funded. So the main idea is not the one of pushing non-for-profit organization to have a vesting plan, because that is something that is very complex. For me, like, the important thing is that you have a great understanding of the kind of value, economic and impact value, that your organization is somehow creating, in order to have a bargaining power when it comes to ask for money or like to get like your next partner. So that's the reason why like we ask you to come here with an open mind and to adapt all the different modules of the program to the specific context that you're living or the specific context of your organization.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Perfect.
Hi, I have a quick question. Hi. Thank you so much for your presentation. This looks really like an amazing program. My question is, will we have access to this platform after the program finishes? I think you already mentioned it, but I might have missed it.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And our main goal is the one of keep in the database all the different organizations, and then every time that we find new impact investors, or every time that we find a new potential corporation interested in doing open social innovation, to keep providing opportunities to the different social entrepreneurs. If any one of you at some point like simply would say we would prefer not to be in a platform and you want simply to export all the information, guys, this is something we can do at any time. But it's up to you to like decide how do you want to better leverage this kind of network.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi. I just want to take a little bit back to your response to on coordinating or communicating or looking for industry experts. I'm just wondering, on the platform, is there a way to see profiles of mentors and entrepreneurs? Because I think it would be faster to see someone's profile and then do a direct reach out than to post in case, you know, you need to meet the deadline or you need to move faster, you know, within supporting the enterprise.
Yeah, your question is spot on. Like what you're going to be able to do in the program, it's actually very easy. You're going to be able to say, for example, hey, is there any lawyer that can help me? And you're going to be able to find all the different lawyers in the program. And you're going to be able perhaps to send a message that will be delivered as an email, or you will be able to invite these people to a certain social venture, like in order to discuss about a certain topic and so on. So like that is very easy. Like for us, the important thing is like we just want people, like we don't have crazy restriction for which we need to approve any kind of connection. We just ask you to be mindful. Like if there is going to be at some point someone complaining, hey, I got someone that is bothering in some way or becoming too annoying, of course we're going to take action. But you know, like we do believe that you're reasonable people, so we're not going to start like the whole relationship with plenty of firewall and different ways to monitor what is happening. Like we really trust your common sense and your understanding that, you know, like you are in a professional network and you're going to behave professionally throughout the 16 weeks and beyond. So is it coming the time for the group picture? So guys, do you think I can ask to as many of you to like show quickly your screen? You're gonna try to take a proper big picture. Let me see. It's such a pleasure to see all of you also taking out masks. It's like good to see a program starting at the end of 2020. So I can have a big smile from all of you. That would be like simply amazing. Perfect. And I'm going to be taking also a second one because I can see that there is a second page. Give me a second. 3 pages.
There's a lot of us.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take a picture also here. Everybody keep smiling. Thank you. Yeah, like that was great. Perfect. So like we take a picture like with all of you guys, and we're going to be posting this picture like in the community where we're going to be inviting you. And like we're going to be sharing also our contact details, ours and the one from UN SDSN, so that in case you have any kind of question, you can come back to us at any time. Like our goal is really to make sure that you can have an awesome experience. one thing that I can anticipate is that in case someone of you has any problem because the mentor is not responding or the entrepreneur is not responding, and that can always happen, you know, we accept the idea that a person can start the program and then is going to say, I don't know, something happened and I cannot follow up with the pace. Tell us in advance, you know, like be open and tell us, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do it, so that we can avoid frustrating people and reallocate entrepreneurs or mentors depending on the best way to create value for everybody. So like be open and transparent. If at some point something changes in your schedule, that's absolutely fine. We totally understand. Cool. Then, can I wish you a fantastic week ahead?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Same as you.
Bye, guys. Take care.